Welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for September the 19th through to the 25th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the support, the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. You guys rock. Thank you. Now let's see what the energy is going to be for us this week. Queen of Pentacles. So here comes our confidence, our strength, knowing we deserve. Our ideas are on fire. Absolutely. The sun is carved into our chair. So we are feeling strong. We are feeling empowered. We are feeling the vitality. And our thoughts are alive. Look at that sky. Our thoughts are on fire this week. Now, what are some of the things we have happening? We have Mercury going direct. So that's probably the biggie. And I think that is happening in your third sign. So your communication. Right? Being able to express yourself properly. So that makes sense, doesn't it? You have this confidence back about getting your message heard, your words heard, understood, understanding what is being said back to you. And then we have the sun, which will go into Libra. So that probably will shine a little bit more of a light on how you want your home life. What needs to be changed, what needs to be arranged, what needs to be addressed, what needs to be tidied up. How you can work together more within the house, maybe. We'll see how that comes out. We have the Knight of Wands. He's been popular this week. And I think he's really, a sign of the Mercury retrograde, okay? Because with the Mercury retrograde, we walk through certain energy. And then Mercury goes retrograde, so we walk back over that same energy. And we see the things that we didn't see before. We get clarity, we get understanding, we get wisdom. And then we're ready to go back forward again. So that is what Mercury's going to do now. We're going to rewalk that path one more time, but with the wisdom, so that what we do and what we say now, and this is looking in the past and using your wisdom going forward. So it's now time to apply the wisdom that you've learned, the understandings that you have learned. And I think it's maybe how you communicate, where, if you're a writer, you might have been hitting writer's block for the last couple of weeks at least, if not a little bit longer. It's not being able to, it's like it's being cloudy. And now the clarity comes in of what you really need to say, or what you really need to do, or what you really need to address, or where do you need to have that conversation. Four of Swords, health and well-being. This is becoming a popular one as well. We have the High Priestess, so there's the spiritual magic coming in, and it crosses over the Knight of Wands. So we were talking all about your communication, right? Now this could be, your active role within the community. Maybe you feel or felt like you didn't know your place, or you were trying to find your place within the community, or new roles to step into. So when you start to use your wisdom going forward, and we have the High Priestess there, now bringing in the spiritual magic to ignite things, to bring things together. So I think this brings the opportunities in, being at the right place at the right time, to apply your wisdom, to communicate. And maybe it has something to do with community. Maybe it's how you speak. Maybe it's how you communicate. Maybe how if you're a writer, now is the time to just sit there and start writing, or get into the energy of, because this is the energy you're definitely walking into. Four of Swords. Four of Swords is somebody who's come off the battlefield, come through the war, and you've hung up your weapons now. You've taken off your armor and you lay down to rest, to recuperate, to recharge. It's also looking at how you were going to go forward, because when you were in the war zone, when you were on the battlefield, when you were going through the chaoses and the stresses and the sorrows and the disappointments in life, it's kind of like saying you have been through it now, and it's now time to make plans to go forward with new energy, with a new type of vitality. And so the sun is going into home and family, and I think Venus even moves towards the end of the week into Scorpio. So that is bringing, there's your fire. There's your fire. Romance. I mean, I put lust when, and so if we are looking at her as more of a Venus energy, expect the fireworks to happen, to have passion, desire, taking love down to its rawest form. And that could be your passions, that could be your dreams, that could be your voice. To have a passion, a sensuality into what you are saying now. So if you're a public speaker of any kind, I can see your voice being illuminated almost. Four of Swords. It's okay to unplug. We don't want to start pushing through energy. Allow it to unfold naturally in front of you. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself as you should, a temple, a divine being. Honor yourself in your actions and what you do and what you eat, what you partake in. Underlying energy is the Eight of Cups. So where we once felt love, where we once felt security, we're not going to need it in the same context going forward. We are going into new paths, new ways forward. And so this is very much the child that grows to adulthood and is leaving the parental nest. So he doesn't close the door on home, but it does change in the way he receives love from that parental home, or security from that parental home, in order to go forward, in order to create new things in their life, in your life. To step into your own independence, your own way of going forward, your own way of being. And with this deck, I always get this creativity mixed in here because she holds the violin. So your creative spirit, your creative nature can come forward with a surge right now, I would think. Anything that you have passion about, it can be amplified, I think, this week for you. We have the Two of Swords. Now, this is a popular one this week. Taking off the blindfold. Not allowing yourself to sit in an illusion, in a lie, in an old story that you once wrote about yourself. It's time to write the new story. It's time to see your strengths and your abilities and your talents with a new light, with a new understanding. It's time to take away your excuse. I can't go forward because. Whatever you answer because with, we need to figure out how to get out of that energy, how to write it a new way. To not fall into the pitfalls of our own lies to ourselves. I was listening to Tony Robbins, and it was kind of funny how he said, in rewriting our story, and somebody says, I can't lose weight. Well, what did you try? Well, thousands of things. I've tried thousands of things. I can't lose weight. I'm big boned. Just can't do it. Well, what did you try? Well, tons of stuff. Well, tell me, what were they? What were they? And Tony takes it to the point of the person turning around and saying, okay, I tried two things. I keep doing it over and over again, and I get no success, okay? It's ripping off the blindfold to where we have been using the crutch, the excuse, to not allow ourselves to go forward, and throwing away that crutch, throwing away that excuse, rewriting your story, taking off the blindfold and being aware of where you have been limiting yourself. We have the Two of Cups, with the Queen of Cups. So if you are looking for love, if you are looking for romance, these are two cards saying that new love can enter your life, that love can be amazing this week. To, you know, don't worry whether or not the trash was taken out, the dishes were done, or if you forgot a kid at the mall. Don't worry about, and I'm just kidding about forgetting about the kid at the mall. I'm just, I'm exaggerating here to say, let's not get caught up into the arguments and the back and forth that we can sometimes get into in relationships because we've grown used to each other. Where in the initial stages of the relationship, we would have done anything for each other, and we were very agreeable to anything, and we couldn't wait to see them again. And taking it back to that, the love, the actual love part of it, the passion, the sensuality. And we did have the High Priestess here. She gave us our first hint that there would be a lot of passion and sensuality. This could also be our love for how we want to go forward, for new adventures, new creativity, stepping into new opportunities with new people, new best friends showing up in our life that are really going to be somebody who strengthens and empowers us going forward on our path. For work, career, we've got the Three of Swords. I didn't really see too much about work and career here, except to know that you've got a confidence in where you are going or what you are doing. So I would have to say that where you beat yourself up is where you are really going to beat yourself up. And to start to understand your potential, what you bring to the table. Don't worry about the crash and burns. I'm not getting this as scary. I'm getting this as more of the Two of Swords. You might find out that you don't like your job this week, that you really come to terms with, I don't like it. It doesn't bring out my creativity. It doesn't bring out my passion. It doesn't bring out my strength. I work all kinds of weird hours, so I can't have a beautiful home life. It's not working for me. I need to go in search of new opportunities. I mean, this could turn out to be something that really looks ugly at first glance. You lose your job unexpectedly. That could very well happen with this card here, although I don't think everyone is going to lose their job, so don't get in a panic. But I think if it's not serving you and you refuse to rip off that blindfold, and that's where this energy is coming out, because this was more in the general, right? So it's more of it could be in your stature in the community. You may think everybody loves you and they don't. You may think nobody likes you and they love you. It's ripping off the blindfold and seeing. And this is ripping off the blindfold and seeing where you want to go forward, how you want to grow your finances. For love relationships, we have the Seven of Cups. Well, this could be that there is just so many choices. What are we going to pick first? So this is seeing all the options available in love, in the different routes you can take, in the different ways that you can go forward, and making a decision about the priorities that need to be within the relationship. So I think it goes back to, a little bit of the true reason you're together. What brings you together? What makes you a couple? What gives you an empowerment, a strength, a vitality? And bringing it to life again and making it a priority. So if the sparkle has gone in the relationship, this is a time to say the sparkle's coming back. And maybe as the years went by, each of you put on a couple of pounds. So maybe this is a good time to start taking walks together, to bring back that vitality, to strengthen yourselves, and doing it together as a couple, and allow that spark to be reborn. If you are single, this could be a lot of different options out there of who to date, who to see, what kind of balance you want within the relationship, what kind of relationship you want, what works in your life right now. What are your main reasons for wanting a relationship, needing a relationship? Remember, it's only there to complement you, to bring out more empowerment and strength than you already have. So it's not there to bring that in. But it feels wonderful when you have somebody to share things with. And they are rooting for you and they are building you up. So it's really looking at what is needed in the relationship. And if you're single, then it's looking at what you feel has to be a priority within the relationship. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.